Hey, we're
Welcome.
live. We'll be cutting that part out. Wow.
Maybe not. Maybe not. All right. Well, take two. Welcome to the Homeschooling Podcast by The Great Discovery. This is Alex Hitt. I'm here with Bree Campano, my co-host. Say hey, Bree.
Hey, everybody. How are you today?
Yeah, great to have everybody here. This is our inaugural episode of the Homeschooling Podcast by The Great Discovery, and we're going to be going over the 5 reasons why homeschooling parents, homeschoolers should think about using The Great Discovery in their homeschooling journey. So I got Bree here, who actually has a background in education. Bree, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. I started teaching before I even finished college. I was able to work in schools, and I fell in love with teaching kids and working with students. Went to school for it, got a degree in education from Cornell University, and have been in the curriculum business and teaching in classrooms for over 20 years, and now retired from that. And I love the ability to teach students. And with the whole COVID thing, with everything else, it's brought it more to the forefront. More parents are wanting to stay at home and teach their kids at home. Like, we want to have an active role in our children's education. And what's great about the Great Discovery is we can now learn from all over the world, instead of it just being in a textbook or some, more simple classroom kind of thing. We get to experience the world and teach our students, our kids, so much more about the planet that we live on, and the cultures and the differences that are everywhere. It makes it a better place. And that's something that I'm very passionate about. I've been that way for many years. And so I love that I've been able to do that on the Great Discovery. I now have a course that's translated into Spanish, so I can teach in Spanish. I can teach in Hindi. I can teach in Mandarin. There's, over 100 languages that I can teach in. And so for me, it's been an amazing journey, and it's the perfect place for someone like me.
Yeah. So that's actually reason number 1 is we call it the Great Discovery a global classroom. You can learn from people all over the planet because within the platform, they have this incredibly advanced voice translation software where it will translate your voice into currently over 160 different languages. So not only can we translate translate English courses into other languages, but you can actually learn from people all over the world who speak other languages, and their courses will be translated back into English. And so it's truly a global classroom in that way, of where we can learn from anybody in any language, on any subject, on any topic, any skill level, any price, any currency, globally. So that's something that's super, super cool. We're not only limited to the English speaking world, learning from people who speak English, we can literally learn from the entire planet, from, teachers, in other countries. In other countries, they have their particular expertise. They have their particular, genius, right? And now we can literally learn from those people and from people in America, on this single platform, every topic, every niche, every subject. Every skill, every price, every currency. So that is number 1. It's a global classroom providing global education in everybody's native language, or whatever language they're looking to learn in.
Yeah, imagine not just reading about what it's like to live in another country, but actually seeing kids their age, their peers, how they live, what their life is like, what their economy is like, what do they do for fun. They're learning about the world and seeing everything, and they can understand it because of our translation abilities. And then going into more different, I'm going to learn about this country. We did those social studies classes where we're like, okay, we're going to learn about Egypt. And so then you read about Egypt, you might watch a little movie about it, but it doesn't really relate to you. It doesn't pertain. Like, these kids can't see like what it's really like. But now they can learn about what it's actually like to live there from the kids and the teachers that are over there right now. And it makes it so much more real, so much more tangible, so much more interesting and exciting and learning. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah. Boots on the ground education from people in those countries, right? Experts in their industry. Imagine learning about the environment in Africa from people in Africa. Like that is so cool. And I just thought about this too. A lot of parents want their children to be multilingual. So they could take a course in English and then take that same course in Spanish, right? Or in Chinese or in, whatever. So amazing. Love that. That's benefit number one. It's a global classroom. Learn from anybody, anywhere in the world, in any language. That's awesome. Reason number two, it's flexible learning. So it's an online education platform and e-learning marketplace. So you can learn any time of the day, 24/7. And then there's even live instruction. So you can actually, there's the recorded content, but then there's also a, coaching element too, or an live instruction element. And that voice translation software is actually very soon going to be available live. So you'll actually be able to be educated in real time from people who speak different languages. So you could be on a call with somebody from Vietnam. They speak Vietnamese, but you'll hear English and then you'll speak English and they'll hear Vietnamese. It's also advertisement free. So there's no ads on the platform unlike YouTube where, you educate your children on YouTube and every 5 minutes they're getting advertised to. And I don't think that's right? It should be education only. And that's what the Great Discovery is. So flexible learning, 24 hours a day, on demand, globally, 200 plus countries, 160 languages currently. And that's benefit number two.
Yeah, you could have 10 people in your classroom, 10 students in the live classroom, right? And they all are from different countries and they all speak different languages and they will hear it in their language. It's not just like, I'm going to teach this class. And if you're a Spanish speaker, you'll hear it in Spanish. It's whatever language you speak is what you'll hear. Up to 60 different languages at one time, right? So you could have 60 students that all speak different languages and they're going to hear you in their language and they're going to respond and you're going to hear it back in English, right? Wow. Or wherever that course host is at, right? So it's amazing that you could have a global classroom with students learning live with you and they'll understand you.
I didn't even think of that. Like that is crazy. You have 60 different students in the classroom. Everybody's from a different country. I mean, that takes that global classroom like to the next level. That's amazing. I didn't even think about that. That's awesome. Yeah. Here's the other thing. Number three is you can earn while you learn. You can earn while you learn. So you found an amazing course on the Great Discovery about math or science or social studies or how to read or how to write. And then you can refer that course to other parents, other homeschoolers, other homeschooling teachers, and you can actually get paid for that. It's a monetized e-learning platform that incorporates affiliate marketing. So then you can refer those courses out to other people and actually turn that expense into profits, right? Turn it into a revenue stream. You're turning your education, right, which like I said is an expense, into a revenue stream, your home-based learning into a home-based business. So that's number three. You can earn while you learn.
That's incredible. And you're just sharing something that you love. You're sharing something that you found value in. And we always want to get that recommendation from our friends, from the people that we know that are in the same space. We want to know, is it any good? Is this something I need to learn? Is this something I need to buy? Is this something how many times have I seen people post, I'm going to be visiting this city. Can someone give me recommendations for a restaurant? Now imagine getting paid to do that. It's the same thing with this. With the Great Discovery, if you are referring courses that you've taken or courses that you haven't even taken, but the instructor and you've taken another course from them, and then your friend's like, oh, I'm looking for this biology course and I need it for my 10-year-old. They're really into biology. Is there one that's available? And you can be like, oh yeah. My course instructor that my students are taking, or my son is taking, or my daughter's taking, they have another course. Yeah, let me get that for you. And you're making money on that for that referral.
Well, these homeschooling networks, people who do homeschooling, they have their communities, right? Because they don't get the benefit of having this whole apparatus and government run funded system that gives them the curriculum and the materials. And so they have to go out there and find it themselves. And now we can actually refer the content. They can refer you content, you can refer them content, and you can go back and forth, and that's all monetized. And that leads us into our fourth one, which is you can actually host and sell your own curriculum and courses and teaching materials on the Great Discovery. So if you're a homeschooling parent and you've went through the effort, or if you're a teacher and you sell or you offer homeschooling content, well, you can actually sell that content on the Great Discovery, translate it into over 160 different languages currently, and monetize it on a global scale. So you don't only have to educate your children, which is an amazing and great thing, but you can actually educate the entire planet, children globally. So that's number 4, is you can actually host and sell your own homeschooling content. And that is a huge, that is a huge income opportunity. You can earn by recommending other people's content, or you can host and sell your own content to children and to homeschoolers globally. So the global homeschooling market is massive, massive.
Yeah. It's massive, but it's also, you want that quality, you want those things that are in place for your kids, right? You're looking for those courses. And if you don't find something, if you're resourceful, and I know many parents are, they're going to create their own course. They're going to find something, that to teach their kids, because their son or daughter, they have a specific interest in something, right? They're really into science and they want to do more science things. And so you're going to put together a whole bunch of experiments that they can do at home with, does it sink or float? Does it do this? Why does this happen? How do things work? Maybe you are into like building things and you know how to do all that stuff, and you want to offer that to students, because what an amazing skill, what a thing to learn. And so you can now, all that time and effort you did, you can have it into a course and you can sell it to other parents that are looking for that exact thing. They are searching for those kinds of courses. And so, yeah, host it on the platform and make some money while you're at it.
That's what I was going to say, is that parents put their blood, sweat, and tears to educate their children. They learn all of this stuff, and then their children get out of that grade, or they graduate, or they move out of the house, go to college, or go into a job, and then all that work they put in, it didn't go to waste, but it stops, right? So now you can take that content and you can put it up on the Great Discovery and sell it globally and have it live on and educate children and empower children globally. Amazing.
Incredible.
Number 5 is, some parents might be thinking, okay, well, I can put that up there, but I don't have the skills to create an online course. I never created one. Well, number 5 is we actually help you record, edit, and create the content to put it on the platform. So we have an amazing team, amazing group of people who will actually help you take that curriculum and digitize it, put it into a digital format, so then you can go and you can offer it to people globally. So that's number 5. Is a lot of parents say, okay, I got this great curriculum, but I've never, made video content or made PDFs or done design work or graphic design work to turn that into a digitized, piece of curriculum or course or ebook or, worksheet. Well, we can help you do that. So that's number 5, is you actually get help and assistance getting your content on the platform.
The support is incredible, and being part of this team has been incredible. And that's absolutely what it is. You've helped over, I don't even know what the number is to this day, but last time we talked about it, it was over 30 courses that you've helped in some way get up on the platform, whether it's, going from the concept, I know what I want to teach and I have all these things, how do I organize it, to how do I record it? What do I do for editing? What else should I have with it? I don't even know what I need. Right. And then getting it on there and doing the trailer and having it available, and how do I price it? And where do I put it? There's so many things, and it can be really overwhelming. And it's like, oh, well, it's so much, it kind of seems like a lot of work. No, we make it easy for you. We help you along the way and simplify it so that you have a really high quality course that you're putting out, and you don't have to do it by yourself. And that, I think, is crucial.
Yeah. There's so many more benefits. The community that we not only help you create it, but we help you go out there and market it and share it and share it on a global scale and find those affiliates to go out there and help you sell it. But we got to wrap it up here. But the last one, I'll throw in a bonus, that there's a kids login for the Great Discovery. So it's learning truly for every subject, every currency, every price, every language, everyone, everywhere. But it's also for every age. And they've created a kids login so your kids can log in, and then they only see that kids content. And then even you as a parent can go in there and continue your education right through the adult portal. And so it's really learning for the whole family, and a one-stop central hub, a global classroom for everybody. So really encourage you. Yeah, I really encourage everybody to check out The Great Discovery. We'll put some free courses below. And this is going to be a continued series that me and Bree do on a weekly basis, highlighting homeschooling. We're going to bring some amazing homeschooling parents on, homeschooling teachers, people who have experience, children's educators onto this podcast to interview them and get their story and see how they're leveraging The Great Discovery. But yeah, this is just our first episode of many, many more to come. So thanks, Bree, for hopping on, and really excited to get this out there and share this with everybody.
Yeah, I'm super excited. We have some guests coming up that do all kinds of different things. I'm looking